Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. Another new month, another opportunity to do a little planning, maybe outlining, but not making the plan so structured that you can't kind of like go with the flow, if you know what I mean. Let me tell you, I learned that trick early on in my teaching career. Just because I made a lesson plan didn't mean that things couldn't change, especially if there was a last minute assembly that was thrown in the middle of my week. And let me tell you folks, even though we would get a list of activities that were on the calendar for the month, every once in a while we would have the opportunity for someone to come to speak on a topic that was really relevant for the kids to hear, and so we would have an assembly. But you know what that means? That means that I would have to stop and say, okay, it's going to be during this time slot, so that means that I'm either going to have to cram stuff ahead or let it go, move things down for a day, and catch up later. I did try a few times to try to, see if I couldn't just bump it ahead, which means the day before, but I found that always involved a lot of reteaching later. So it didn't take me but just a few times to not worry, put that stress on myself of trying to get it done early, and just, go with it. Enjoy the fact that my kids were going to get to hear someone other than myself during that time slot. And just work it in, gradually just reshuffle some things because it'll all come out in the wash eventually. And, taking that little scenario, I hope that you can see that many times, and you know it yourself, you're going to plan things. And plans are going to have to change for whatever reason. But don't stress over it. Don't get so caught up in the fact that it's not going to happen, or maybe there's going to be an extra person at that little date you had planned at the restaurant. Don't stress over it. Enjoy the altercation. Enjoy the fact that something has changed and see where it goes. I think we spend so much time stressing over the fact that we had pictured in our mind for things to happen a certain way, and then when they don't, we get all upset and we lose out on the joy of the moment. So rather than living in anxiety, let us choose to live above it. And there's a wonderful verse for us this morning that comes from Luke 12:29. Jesus said, I repeat it, don't let worry enter your life. Live above the anxious cares about your personal needs. Now he was talking about the disciples, because as he was calling them to be followers of his, and even a few times, if you remember, there was a rich man that came to him and said, what do I need to do to be a disciple for you? And Jesus told him, you need to sell everything that you have and be willing to follow me. Well, can't I keep everything I have and still be a disciple for you? Yeah, he decided that lifestyle was not quite the answer he was looking for. And Jesus was trying to stress to his disciples, and that young man as well, that when you choose to follow me, you don't have to worry about your needs. I will supply everything that you need. I will take care of you. So don't be anxious for anything. Don't be upset when your plans change. I gotcha. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the shift in the situation. Because folks, there are blessings hidden around every corner. We just have to be willing to open our eyes to the possibilities that are waiting out there for us. God, life is found in yielding my heart to you. You hold me together. I don't need to strive to get everything I need done on my to-do list in order to be successful. Remember what I told you? When anxieties and worries flood my senses, help me to ground myself by laying down my life in submission to your love. You are faithful to show up, and you are faithful to provide. You will do what I cannot. So I press into your heart of love today. I want to be the fuel for my motivation that is supplied by you. I will do what I can and leave the rest in your hands. You are trustworthy, you are dependable, and your love will never let me go or let me down. Faithful one, I submit my worries and my cares to you today. I know that you are more powerful than any doubt, question, or denial. So fill my heart with your love that brings me life. As I trust you, lead me in your presence. I like this one little statement. Where is it? I do not need to strive to get everything on my to-do list done in order to be successful. And see, right there, folks, we have this long list of things we want to get done today. Something's going to happen, and it's not all going to get done. But instead of at the end of the day being upset about it, that you're going to have to carry it on to the next day, or it's going to have to get put off, revel. Enjoy what you did get done. Be happy with that. Don't let the anxiety of not getting it all done rob you of that joy. Thank you so much for being here today. I do want to remind you, or to ask all of you, to don't forget, hit that like button and leave me a comment. Let me know when it is that you chose joy instead of anger when everything didn't go as you planned. If this was your first time here, let me say a special welcome in to you and ask you as well. Hit that like button, leave me a comment. Also, hit the subscribe button. Look for the bell with those cute little hugs on the side, because it'll let you know every time I upload content, whether it's a devotional like today, a chit chat, maybe a tutorial pattern. Go give me a look-see. I think you'll find something there that you'll enjoy, even if it is just these daily devotionals. Speaking of that, let me remind you that this one comes to you today from this little blue book put out by Broad Street Publishers. Now, like I always tell you, there's a link down there in the subscription box, especially if you're looking for that special gift for someone. Go and check it out. I mean, if you've been here with me for a while, you know these devotionals truly do or are uplifting, and they hit home so many times, like this one today. Always remember, folks, you are loved and cherished beyond anything you can imagine. So when Satan wants to come and knock you down, don't let him. God's right there. You get on about God's business. God will take care of him. And remember, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.